Good morning, race day. And I'm here on the Santa Elena again, and we're here parked just outside of the racetrack in Sardinia. And today, of course, 2 semi-finals and then the final. So very, very excited. And the thing is, we have to start super early here because there's an Ironman and they're closing off all the roads.
Good morning again.
Yesterday qualifying, it was like total like up and down, everything was happening. We had a rollover, then Molly was already on full gas again, she was still on the roof, she was already on full power, and then she got going, only lost like 5 seconds. Johan had a huge puncture and destroyed the rim, only lost a couple of seconds as well. We finished second overall for the day, so crazy, really crazy. And it was important points because Hamilton's team is first, we are second in qualifying, so we only lost 1 point to them, and we're first in the championship, they're second, so the battle is really on, and they're driving so well, so it's going to be tough to beat them. And now it's been a tough moment again because already yesterday, because there's so much, like the track is so tough that there's damage that happens to the car in like all these different places, joints and everything, and you don't see initially. Just before going out for the race, they found another problem, so they had to like panic, unbuild the car to switch some more parts because there was damage that would actually break if we go into the race now, you know, so it's like really on the edge. Okay, and now it's engineering meeting time, and I'm quite involved in that also in terms of strategy, also how do we approach the race and risk management, you know, so I'm gonna jump into that. See you in a bit. Geez, so we're just watching the semi-final now here, and there was a collision at the start. So X44, so Team Hamilton and Team Andretti collided, and actually Team Hamilton ended up in the tree kind of thing. So it seems that the car is broken and that they're out, which is a huge setback for them. Oh, maybe that is a penalty. That should be a penalty actually. That front is like so much shorter on the car now. That's a pretty big impact with a stone there. Let's see what they say, if they do a penalty or not.
Just to do my driver change, like lengthening the belt, putting it on tight.
We're in the command center now, and it's so intense, and I hate that music in the background always. It's like some horror movie music. I don't know, it's crazy. And so it's the start gonna happen any moment now. And it's just so high risk because there's only one path, and they're all going for that same one path right after the start. And if the cars touch, they're not really robust enough, so most of the time they'll break. So it's really gonna be a tough one now.
It's a nice clean start for Sainz. He goes off to the right, but at the other side, yes, you can see they're following each other down the left-hand lane, so no contact this time. RXR seems to be out in front, and then you've got out Cupra. Sainz seems to be bogged down to the right-hand side. There's a lot of dust, which is really difficult for the following car to see, so Extra having a real battle to see what he can actually achieve, and by going out wide, it is RXR who lead the way, and Christopherson getting into the first merge point cleanly.
In semi-final 2 with no issues for RXR, and they're back on track to try and keep that title lead intact. Brilliant drive.
Good change too.
Yeah,
That's good.
Good job.
Good job, yeah.
Well done.
Oh, semi-final done, so Johan Molly won that. Which was good to get in the final. I mean, 2 big shots this morning. A start crash, and then also a crash later on. So wow, it's I mean, it's extreme as the name says. You know, it's wow, it's really intense out there. Now there's that whole grid play selection thing, which wow, it's so tough to decide which grid slot to start in. You know, wow. But I think X44 made a big mistake. I think they took the wrong one, where there's the biggest bumps. Really weird. So so that makes it interesting. So let's see. And rain is supposed to come and everything. So this is going to be some interesting final. So from here go which way?
From here, I think I will go still straight.
Still left, no?
I think so.
Even though there's 2 other cars and bumps.
Yeah, but now from here on, it's 2 on each side. Huh? And if it doesn't do that, you cannot do anything. He cannot just assume that you know where he is.
So we are off. Oh, it's a stall start for the App Cooper team. They're going nowhere. X44 out to the left. Is there going to be contact? Yes, a bit of contact there before JBXE and RXR. But if you just look through, Leduc and Price have gone, and they have gone fast. A very different line. They need to cut back to the left to go through the waypoint. But at the moment, it looks like it is X44 leading the way.
The globe steering is broken. X44 are out in the championship by Segi TV Chip Ganassi Racing. The steering is broken out the course. Sarah Price has come to a halt while we were talking to Kyle Leduc. This is unbelievable.
Look at this, our championship leaders making it look almost effortless. Christopherson's such a master. You know him well, Andrew. You know he's got all the skills for this championship and more.
Christopherson and Taylor take their 3rd win of the year with a commanding lead in this Extreme E Championship. Fist pump from Christopherson, job done in the hardest of conditions right at the end of the weekend, and a brilliant, brilliant performance by the whole team. Look what it means to them.
How was the aerodynamics? It's pouring down. So podium, so cool, emotional. I mean, it's such a crazy weekend, so difficult. They did an amazing job. So with Rosberg X Racing and Extreme E, as you know, we're here for social good. You know, that's using the platform of motorsports for social good, and so this area here, you know, was devastated near the racetrack, and 20,000 hectares were burned down. Families have lost their livelihoods. You know, farms here, animal farms, and Cork Farms is a big Cork farm here. Everything is burned down, so they have almost nothing left. You know, so we together with our partners, we've raised 39,000 euros now, which of course is small in the grand scheme of things, but still we can support up to 200 families, 600 people with vouchers for the next couple of months, so that they can afford their food, their medicines, etc. So I think that we can be very proud of that, and well, it's shocking to see how it's been damaged here, and the reason is because of climate change. Also, everything is so much drier. The trees are drier. I mean, it hasn't rained here in 6 months. It never happened before, and that's why the wildfires then spread so much faster. I mean, he was saying he was running out of his property here because from the top of the mountain there, within 10 minutes, the fires swept down here as the wind turned. So I mean, the speed of the fires, he said, was just incredible, was just crazy. And I mean, yeah, the earth is just ash. There's nothing here. It's going to take decades for the land to recover. So tragic. Also, like it's your land, it's your love, and it just gets destroyed like that. So that's really tough. And of course, a lot of jobs were lost as well. People were working here in the Cork farm and everything. They all lost their jobs. Tough situation to see what's happening in nature.